Hello, beautiful souls. Today we are doing Josee, the Tiger and the Fish, an anime movie from the sea days of 2020. Now that we had seen the girl who can't talk, it's time for the girl who can't walk. What's next? A girl who can't eat and has to be force fed through tubes attached to her throat? It's a quite popular movie, so I gave it a go and something just didn't seem right. I have a crazy theory about it, but before I talk about that, let me summarize this story so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Be warned though, since I'm gonna spoil everything, so if you want to watch the movie later, skip to this timeline and you'll be alright. So the story is about a young boy in his early 20s who ends up being the nurse of a girl on a wheelchair. The boy has a dream of going to Mexico and do some professional ocean diving work there. And the girl is a low-key artist. Long story short, the grandma of the girl, who is the only family member of her, dies, and now the girl is left alone. And that makes her toxicity level dial go up to 100, and she goes full force asshole on the boy, as if he's not been already through a lot, being a student working on 2 part-time jobs, doing the crazy demands of this wheelchair girl, and she basically causes a car crash, which ends up the boy on a wheelchair too, haha, and they end up having some wheelchair sex together. I'm just kidding, relax. And doctors, being so helpful and useful as ever, tell the boy that he must give up on his diving dream. But the girl gives the boy encouragement, so the boy goes through some high-class rehabilitation and is back on his feet again. God knows how he could afford the treatment, but never mind that. He goes to Mexico on a scholarship thing and everyone ends up being happy and cool. That was the whole of the story. Overall, it was a fine thing to watch with the family and it had some awe moments to make you shed some tears. However, here is my theory. You might laugh it off, but I'm absolutely serious when I say the girl was just acting it up. I mean, she wasn't top main person. And she was faking it all. It's okay if you want to be a globehead and not believe me, but at least listen to my theory. I've done my research and I have all the proof. First of all, I want you to look at these actual top main people. Do you see how they move around on the floor, dragging their legs like a dead weight? Since they have to drag the legs, okay? You can't drag the legs moving forward unless you're crawling on your belly. Now, I want you to look at this girl from the movie and tell me if you think she's top main.
絵は
捨てた。
はなんで
お前には関係ない。用がないなら帰ってや。
Do you see her anime sitting position? Is she sitting like a top main person? Like, imagine how much trouble a top main person has to go through to snuggle their legs under themselves. Like, they have to lift each leg and bend the knee with both arms and lean to one side without falling over to put that leg under themselves and then lean back on it and then do all that for the other leg. Just so she could look cute and kawaii for the camera. No way, dude. At this point, I think this movie is an insult to the actual top main people. Or maybe she's not top main. In fact, she is just a normal girl. It's just an act she's putting on for whatever sick reason she might have. Maybe it's because she's a shit artist and she tries to get some attention by acting as a wheelchair girl. Do you still not believe me? Okay, how about a pop quiz? So, what is wrong with the following scene? Take a good look and tell me what is wrong with it. Did you see that? Do you see the problem? Let's take a look at it again. Could you find the problem? Okay, let me tell you what's wrong. The problem is the drawing on the board is too tall. She's sitting on the wheelchair, okay? And let's say she stretches the arm as far as it goes. Still, she wouldn't be able to reach to that height. How in the world she would reach up there? So which one do you believe? The official story or my theory? Is she a top main person? Or is she just faking it? I bet if you would ask that little kid over there, he would tell you the truth that she just finished the drawing and then moved the wheelchair close to the board and sat on it as soon as this other lady came in. I bet the kid would tell you that she was perfectly fine walking and jumping around. Still not buying it? Do you need more proof? Here's another example. Do I need to say anything? She clearly can't hold her weight on her legs. You might say, oh, but Artin, she is only half top main. Her legs are not completely disabled. She could move a little. Oh yeah? So, why there aren't any other scenes that shows her using the legs? If you're still not convinced, then check this one last scene. See if you can find a problem in this scene. I let you decide on this on yourself. If you can't see the issue, then you probably took too many vaccines and it has made you blind to the truth. Believe whatever you want, I just wanted to give you my theory. After all, it's just an animation, so who gives a shit, right? But animation or not, I don't appreciate making a high-budget movie about a top main person without at least looking up some YouTube videos about the subject. The rest of the story was okay. Nothing special though, it was the same old pattern in such movies. A boy and a girl meet, slowly they start to like each other, some terrible obstacle arises but they overcome it with each other's help, and in the end, oh, do they live happily ever after? Nah, that's too yesterday. In new movies, the boy goes on a business trip at the end. Because you know, a guy and his grind. Typical piece of life love story. But it was okay. Do I recommend you to watch it? Sure, if you got nothing better to do. However, let me warn you that the art style is the nucleish modern anime movie art style with 3D backgrounds and clean, boring anime characters. Like, they try to cheat us into thinking it's hand-drawn or something. And I just don't understand this one scene. No, sorry, not this one. Here you go. Here, she is reading a story to some kids and showing her drawings. And each time the tiger drawing comes up, the kids go into panic. Like, are the kids so shit scared of tigers, or is her art skills just too great that invokes fear in those kids? Anyway, so the question that we all have been waiting for. How hot was the movie? Not gonna lie, I don't really enjoy this kind of corporate anime art style. Too much 3D and real footage tracing. The happy uplifting colors and dry characters. I see it in many anime movies these days. What is that? Did they invent an anime making machine that poops out this kind of shit? It's not animation anymore. Calling these animations is like mixing water, sugar, and artificial flavors and call it fruit juice. I could ramble on and on, but now's not the time. So, just because of the shitty cheap art style, I'm subtracting 1 from whatever the final point is. The wheelchair girl gets a 5. Did you expect anything else? She's average at best. The boy gets a 5. What? You expected anything else? He's damn average. The grandma gets a 7. She looks cool. Whoever did the art for her death picture knew well what they were doing. And the fish, representing for all the flat, boring fish that were shown in the movie, gets a 6. At least, it's a better score than the girl. And last, and least, the selling point of the show. The one thing that they sold and messed up anyway. The main actor of the movie. The wheelchair. The wheelchair gets a 1. Yes! I could give it a 0, but the scoring is from 1 to 10, so 1. And the overall score, which is the average of them all, comes to a well-deserved 5.8 out of 10. A pretty average score. What can I say? Oh, I set a -1 for the shitty art style, so the final score comes to a 4.8. Yes. 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 Whatever. I think the community of the actual top main people must sue whoever made this movie for misrepresenting their condition. Like the video if you agree. So what do you think? Have you watched the movie? If so, what are your opinions? What score would you give to the characters? Till the next time. Bye bye.